Spirituality is the medium which frees our mind of all emotional shackles and temptations and guides us towards enlightenment and peace. Join us on Sankhya Television on the first and third Sunday of every month for Spiritual Journey with Himali G of the Himali Spiritual Center located in Richmond Hill, New York. Join us from 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. exclusively on Sankhya TV. This program is also repeated on Wednesday evenings after the Yajna.
Sitaram Namaste and welcome to another program right here on Sankhya Television of Spiritual Journey with Himali Ji from the Himali Spiritual Center. My name is Sherry Singh and we are talking about different topics that allows the individual to understand some of the spiritual aspect of your life. We have the very knowledgeable, the very vibrant Himali Ji from the Himali Spiritual Center of Richmond Hill in New York. So if you want to get in contact with them, the new WhatsApp number is 917-499-2613. Email is reachhimali@gmail.com, or you could search for them on Facebook. You could search the Spiritual Center, Himali Spiritual Center of Richmond Hill in New York. So we want to welcome Sitaram. Namaste. Welcome, Himali Ji.
Thank you for having me here.
Thank you for being here. We have Shivraatri. We're starting the new year. You know, one of the major events that all the Hindus look forward to is Shivraatri. Tell us, what are some of the spiritual significance of Shivraatri?
The most important part of Shivraatri is that we should all participate, go and do pray. But we should do less for showing and more internal. Like we should sit there and pray to Lord Shivji. He's the greatest healer. We said he's the powers of all powers of Lord Shivji is. The most important healer he does is anyone who has health problem. And health problem is anybody who gets sick and they cannot get well, or any kind of spiritual problem. Shivji does for everything. Shivraatri, sorry, I should explain what is Shivraatri is. It's Ma Parvati and Lord Shivji's wedding anniversary. Everybody knows that. So it's one of the powerful night is Shivraatri is male and female energy. So it is the most beautiful time that I feel spiritually you'll get a lot of spiritual energies and shaktis and benefit your life till next Shivraatri come. So those of you who has health problem, Shivraatri is one of the biggest night that we do for health. Spiritually what we do for health. And people who has marriage problem. A lot of us who have a marriage problem, when we got married, we never matched the kundlis, or we matched and it doesn't go along, or we married at a wrong time, or whatever the reason could be. But Shivraatri is a wedding anniversary of Ma Parvati and Lord Shivji. So we can do a lot of things on that night so that one marriage stays happy and together. Those of you who are having difficulty having a baby, conceiving, that night also we do a lot of things for Shivraatri so that you could have a healthy and beautiful baby.
And Shivraatri observance, is it best that someone should start observing it from the morning period or the evening period? Because I know temples would usually have more of an evening session for the entire night.
It's entire night. There are 4 parts of Shivji Puja. It starts from the sun goes down. So usually people start from 4-5 o'clock Shivraatri and goes into the next day into the morning. So there are 4 parts of Shivraatri Puja that we should do. People, even if you do 1 and 2 is great. Even if you do 1 is wonderful. But try to go to the temple and pray that day. And obviously, I tell people who doesn't have marriage problem, they say, oh Guruji, we have no marriage problem, we have no health problem. Then pray for Bhagwan to give you Shakti, to keep you healthy. Those of you, some people say, oh, I don't have no problem. Then this is the time you should pray more to Bhagwan so that you don't have problem and Bhagwan can keep you like this.
So the different times will be all be calculated based on the year as well too, in terms of, or is it a specific time? 9, I know in Trinidad we usually have from 6, then 9, 12, 3.
Well, I think they just put that at a timing for a person.
Right.
But when you start the puja till it doesn't finish, there is no timing. You should continue because there's a Rudraksh Abhishek is done, which will take about 4 hours. Then you do the second Abhishek, then you do the third Abhishek, then fourth. So there's no timing that you should do. If you go, you should stay for all 4, or if it stops, you should stop and go. So most of the temples here in New York, we don't have a timing. It just stays all night.
But does each prahar have a different significance to it?
Yes, it does. It has different, the last level we'll say is for your chakras, your kundalini, the 7th to open up the meditation that we do. At the end, we'll do it with the meditation. So that we do for health, wealth, prosperity, everything comes. But then when you have all of that, what do? You have to let go. It's called moksha. So that is at the end part of the puja. That is, people don't usually tend to stay, or it's too late because of school, work, or anything. But they should do this puja, at least one part of the puja as they can. And it's very important for Shivraatri that a lot of people forgets. Women should do the mantra Om Shivaya Namah, and male should do Om Namah Shivaya. So there is a 2 difference, because it says in the Shiv Puran that you should do, especially for their health, you should Shivaya Namah, Om Namah Shivaya and Shivaya Namah. So there are 2 different parts of the mantras you do. Females do one and males do one.
Is it because of the Shiv Shakti?
Yes, for the Shiv Shakti.
And but the spiritual mantra, is it given by a guru, or is something that you could practice?
You could practice this and your guru mantra that's been given to you. A lot of people, what they do, Shari, they make gurus, they see, they like, they said, oh, he's very famous and I want to be his chela. But they don't really know what a guru is, what a guru mantra is. When you make a guru, that means you devote your life to that person and you follow that person. But people have conditioned that there is no guru, there is no surrender. If you have a real guru that you have surrendered yourself to, and she has given you a mantra, then that night is very important for you to sit and do your guru mantra, because we say it's like recharging your mantra, recharging your battery, recharging your phone. You need to charge your phone. So it's like that to charge your mantra. And every mantra that you have been given by a guru, not yourself. Those ones you get from internet are not open mantras. You get mantras, you do that mantra, and those mantras are open, they will recharge. And all your chakras, all your energy is supposed to be recharged on that night.
The different, is it that the different timing for the different pujas are associated with the different energies that you would get on that night? Or is it like a general one energy?
Though you'll get different energies, different Shaktis I have felt in those nights what I have done, different time. The most time that I will feel Shivji's is the 3rd one. Once we get to the 3rd puja, you will go into meditation trance, you will feel him more.
So we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we will continue speaking with Himali ji about Shivraatri, so stay tuned.
Spirituality is the medium which frees our mind of all emotional shackles and temptations and guides us towards enlightenment and peace. Join us on Sankhya Television on the 1st and 3rd Sunday of every month for Spiritual Journey with Himali ji of the Himali Spiritual Center located in Richmond Hill, New York. Join us from 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. exclusively on Sankhya TV. This program is also repeated on Wednesday evenings after the yajna.
And welcome back to our program Spiritual Journey with Himali ji from the Himali Spiritual Center, and we are talking about Shivraatri. Now, I know for that night a lot of people go to the mandirs, but someone who cannot reach to the mandir, what can that individual do at home?
It is so important that they should get themselves a spatik shivling. Regularly, when you get that black stone shivling, or you get the glass shivling, or the clear white stone shivling, those are not really to be used at home. You get the spatik shivling, which means Mahaparvati and Lord Shivji is in that. And having that shivling at home is not only beneficial for your health, but also for your marriage life too. Why is it so important to have a shivling at home? You get a shivling at home because sometimes people cannot go to a temple because the temples are into far away, or something is happening, or they're sick, they cannot go and they want to do the puja. So it's very important when you have the shivling at home, if you don't, get a shivling. And you have a picture, you have a temple, everybody has a little puja place in their house they have pray in, and you use the Shivling and simply Om Namah Shivaya, Om Shivaya Namaha, Om Shivaya Namaha, you do the mantra, or if you know the Shiv Stotram, you read that, or the Lingastram. You do those, and as you're doing that, you do the Abhishek with the Shivling. As you've done that, you will put, you wash it with milk, water, honey, sugar, yogurt, everything. Once it's all done now, all the practical part is done. You have offered the flower, the fruit, dhoti, everything you want, you have done it. And then you sit and you meditate. And you do that mantra. If you feel you don't have the Shivling at home, you can use your thumb. A lot of people who lives outside of India, Trinidad, Guyana, they don't have a Shivling. Even New York, we are very fortunate that we have every month there, everything is near us. But there are states that they don't have temples near to them. So you will make your thumb and you pour milk into that and you pray Om Namah Shivaya. Your most intention is to do it from your heart. If you cannot be with one, with you and Lord Shivji as one and Ma Parvati, then your puja is not complete. A lot of people, they go to the temple, they want to look good, they want to look pretty, they want to look nice, they're more concentrated on themselves than what they should do, what they be there with the puja. Because if you look at Lord Shivji, he's very simple. He doesn't have anything on. Just a little string and a little rag around, and that's it. That's Lord Shivji. So why you need to dress up in such a beautiful, all this, $200-300 saris and looking pretty for who? So you should take prasad. A lot of people go to temples, they don't even take little flour with them. So if you go to a temple, take milk, take prasad like sweet, which is made out of milk, rasmalai, barfi, anything that is sweet, and take flowers. Now, people ask me what kind of flower. Lord Shivji like white flowers. You'll take white flower. And if you have any Rudraksh mala, you have anything of Lord Shivji's on that day, you will recharge. You will wash it with water, milk, water, and you leave it on the Shivling and you do your puja. And it's very important you do Shiv Bhagwan like sesame seed oil or almond oil diya. It is so important to do.
But the person that is at home, can they make that same offering throughout the night, or do they have to prepare different offerings?
No, they could do this offering throughout the night. Let's not make it too complicated, because there'll be so much into that they won't be able to sit and meditate and pray and ask him. Because you can do all night, and if you're not intentionally there to pray, you're not getting it. Because once you feel the energy of Lord Shivji is totally different, everything else becomes meaningless.
Now, if you have the Shivalingam at home, what direction?
North facing.
Not.
Shivling has to face, this is the mouth of the Shivling, it has to face north facing.
Not facing. And the individual, do they have to look at they would have to face east, or should they face north as well? Or
well, they'll be facing north or east, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
But if you face either way, you won't be facing south, because that's where all the milk and the prasad will be flowing to. So you won't be doing from the south. So you do it from the east, west, or from the north you can do, but you will be doing. But the Shivling has to face north.
When you're going to the mandir, you said you're taking some items with you, but for the person that is offering on Shivraatri night, everybody is in one big line, and they cannot make it at that particular time, and they probably go home and they think, well, okay, I didn't offer at 9 o'clock, and they're sad.
They could do it at home, or right. they can do it at home. They can do the offering at home. If the temple is long, there's a different way the Panditji should do it. But if the line is so long that they cannot, I'm sure if they stay there till the night, they will get there. They will eventually get there. But if they can't, they go home. They can do it at home. It's the same.
And the different. Can you tell me anything about the different time of the night that is best, or is it that each one
has its own benefits is best? I feel the one you do, the third one is the best. The first one is good. Anything after 12 midnight, it becomes spiritual.
But what should I be I wouldn't say asking for, but you know, some person would have a desire in their mind, you know, like if they want to be medically.
Yes, the best thing you do, you make your salpak. Salpak means your wish, your desire, what you want from Bhagwan. And you imagine you got it. Don't say, oh, give it to me, Bhagwan, give it to you. You imagine Bhagwan has given it to you. So one should ask if you're wanting good health. Ask for, imagine you're healthy. If you want a child, imagine you have a child. If you want to get married, imagine you're going to get a good husband and getting married. If you're having problem in your marriage, imagine that you are happy in your marriage. And you ask the Salpak to Shiv Bhagwan to fix your problem. And then imagine at the end that everything is fixed and you thank Bhagwan. Because people don't thank Bhagwan. They only want. But people don't thank. When things get good for them, they don't think.
So walk me through what I would experience when I visit your center on Shivraatri night.
We do a little different. Everybody will bring their shivling. A lot of people have by now got their shivling from me, or they have got it from anywhere. But it has to be Spatik shivling. They have got their shivling, they have their shivling, and I urge them to come with their shivling. When they come with their shivling, we will do Abhishek on it. So if we get about almost 5 or 6 shivling or 8 shivlings, for example, and there are like 16 people, for example, I'm saying, or how many of a shivling? We have 10 shivling and we have 20 people. So we'll put 2 people on each shivling. So as Panditji is doing the mantras, we are offering the dar of the milk is continue going through the shivling. So everybody participates in it. It's not like you're waiting in the line to do. Everybody is doing it in the beginning. The only time you probably will wait in the line is you miss the first one and you're waiting for the second one.
Okay, and do they have to walk with all of their materials? Is this something that you all provide as well too?
We have there, but you should come with everything. It is pretty good because you want to offer to Bhagwan what you would like. The orange juice, the sugar cane, the coconut water. You should bring all those things because that's what you would like to offer to Bhagwan.
And what do you recommend that the color of clothing that they wear?
Is white.
So everything would be white, because I know a lot of people associate blue with Lord Shiva as well. So
it's white.
Because I know they all
blue is great. They could wear it, but it's white.
White.
Because you want to get spiritual shakti from. Why we wear white mostly in puja, I'll tell you. Because when we sit and we're getting the rays, the blessing from Bhagwan, when it's white color, we observe it better within us. Instead of dark color and a strong color, we don't receive. It's like we wear white, we receive negative too, but we go in there to get the positive. So you should wear white. You will get more positive energy, especially for health, what we're going for, we should wear white.
But then what is the difference between a Shivraatri night and a Shiva Puja at home?
It's different.
Any other day?
It's like you have your wedding anniversary. Any other day, we do your puja is fine. But celebrating your wedding anniversary, you will be very happy. So Lord Shivji, we're celebrating Lord Shivji and Ma Parvati's wedding anniversary. Bhagwan himself is there. Otherwise, every day we pray, he'll come and go. But that night, he has to be there.
And the individuals that are in your center, the number of prahars that you do starts from what time?
We start usually from 6, from 5, we say to be there. We start from 6 p.m. till almost 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
But when a person is at home as well, what do you recommend that they, or how do you recommend they take care of all of the offerings after they make their final prahar?
They could give that prasad to everybody to eat. They could eat themselves, their family, give to friends, to neighbors, everybody the prasad. Everybody could eat that afterward.
And the milk offerings, they
put it, you see, if you have a garden, like a backyard, front yard, you could put it under a tree. You could put all the offering, the milk. The food you will eat, but the milk, panchamat, you keep little and you give everybody. And then the rest, you just put it under a tree, like you put it on a plant. And unfortunately, if you don't have, you live in an apartment place, you cannot put Trinidad, Guyana, India, and Long Island who lives, or Florida or countryside, they have no problem. We have people who lives in the city. You just ask for forgiveness to Bhagwan and put it through the sink.
Okay, and what else do you recommend that they do on that Shivraatri night?
The more they pray and the more they meditate, that night is one of the powerful nights. You don't be lazy and fall asleep. Wait till the sun comes up and then fall asleep. It's the most beautiful night. I enjoy Shivraatri. I wait for Shivraatri. Well, my son says I enjoy everything that got to do with God.
So we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we will continue speaking with Himali ji from the Himali Spiritual Center, and we will talk a lot more about Shivraatri.
Spirituality is the medium which frees our mind of all emotional shackles and temptations and guides us towards enlightenment and peace. Join us on Sankhya Television on the first and third Sunday of every month for Spiritual Journey with Himali Ji of the Himali Spiritual Center located in Richmond Hill, New York. Join us from 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. exclusively on Sankhya TV. This program is also repeated on Wednesday evenings after the Yajna.
Welcome back to our program Spiritual Journey with Himali ji. We are talking about Shivraatri, and Himali ji, I know you mentioned about the Rudraksh Mala and recharging it, but how should one take care of it?
I feel the different malas we have. We have Chandan mala, Tulsi mala, we have Rudraksh mala, we have Coral mala, Pearl mala. So people say different mantras we use different malas. But for Lord Shivji is mostly Rudraksh mala. So once you have your Rudraksh mala, you wash it with water, milk and water. You should do jap. Like you do that mantra, Om Shivaya Namaha, Om Shivaya Namaha, or Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Or if you have your Guru Mantra, it's very important to do your Guru Mantra that night on a Rudraksh Mala, because just is very powerful, it's Lord Shivji Mala.
But a different type of Rudraksh beads, which one is best recommended for everyday use?
Well, you could use them all, but the most, there are a lot of restrictions. Some people, they say that you should be vegetarian, especially if you wear the one mukhi, first mukhi. It depends what mantra was energized to give it on. Also, some people wear the one mukhi, one face, which is the most expensive one from all. It's very rare. If you use the one face Rudraksh, usually people use it for health, and anyone who has spiritual problems, a lot of negative energy get attracted to them. So we tell them to wear a one face Rudraksh and be certain days vegetarian with that.
So when an individual is doing their job, how should they, or what's the best way?
We have the mala, that 108, and you should usually keep it in a bag or cover it up. So whatever you're doing, you don't. And you shouldn't touch it with this finger. You should touch it like this and do it. And you should keep that hidden so that people don't see, because they say that's when the Rakshas will see what you're doing, and it will cancel and break your concentration and your thoughts on Lord Shivji. So what you should do that mantra very discreetly, and it's for every pujas too. We don't do it openly. We usually cover it up, or we put it in a little bag or hand and do the mantra.
But at home, if it is that they are doing their jap at home with the Rudraksh Mala,
they should still cover it.
They should still cover it, even if they're at home.
Even if they're at home, it should be all the time covered. They get a bag like that now. You get a bag, you put your hand and the malas, and they're already doing the bead. Make sure this finger doesn't touch. Even when we're doing puja, people don't realize it, that they have the pointing finger, touching it. They shouldn't. They should touch like this.
And I know some persons suggest that they don't cross the top one, that, like, for example, the one that you have in your hand. They say to turn it around. Is that recommended as well?
Yes. So once you go, like, you shouldn't cross over. So I'll take this off and I'll show exactly. So as we're doing this mantra like that, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, as soon as you come here, you've done it all. Now you shouldn't go over, you should turn it around and go like this. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. So that you do not go over it, yes.
Okay. And the individuals that are out on Shivraatri night, is it that they have to be careful about any negativities that people would want to do on that night?
Well, people don't do anything bad on that night. All the black magic or things, I know, is that's what you're referring to. They usually do cleansing to remove negativity. Now there is 4 Navratris I talked about. 2 Navratri everybody knows about it, which is what comes in March, February, March, and one which is big in November, September, October time. There are two other secret Navratris are done. There's one in January, right, is there, and there is one in Guru Purnima time. Those secret Navratris people do, some people they do, like the tantric people they do, and 99% black magic are done like throughout the years they do, when they're more evil people, unfortunately. They don't think about doing good, they think about doing bad. Is Kali Chothas, the night before Diwali, is the most dangerous one. Once somebody does and black magic on you on that night, it is so hard to reverse. It is very, very badly done if you do it on that night.
So mostly Shivraatri, you're pretty much safe when you're outside, you're moving about or anything.
That's fine. You'll be praying, moving about. Nobody should do anything bad. And I don't believe anyone should do bad. Sure, we'll talk about it another day, because this life is very short. And the more you pray to Bhagwan, we don't know how much we are fulfilling our past karma. So to us to be in the positive, so we will get moksha. Otherwise we will be born in here, this world, and we will get punished and punished and punished. And we realize sometimes so many bad things happen to people and they don't know why. It doesn't have to be from this life. It could be from your past life too. So you shouldn't do anything bad. Would you like someone to do that to you? No. So don't do it for somebody else.
Anything that you would want to advise our viewers on for the night of Shivraatri?
I urge them to get a little Spatik Shivling. It will really help, and do that puja with your full faith and believe to Bhagwan, because that's all we have to do is take from this world is our part puja that we do. And I would wish everyone a very, very happy Shivratri.
So you have been viewing the program Spiritual Journey with Himali Ji from the Himali Spiritual Center in Richmond Hill in New York. And if you want to reach Himali Ji for any type of guidance, any type of information, if you want to reach out to her, her new contact number is 917-499-2613, and you can email them reachhimali@gmail.com, or you could search for Himali's Spiritual Center on Facebook, and you could be able to send them a private message and they will reach out to you and assist you. So you have been viewing Sankhya Television on our program with Himali Ji. Sitaram Namaste. My name is Sherry Singh. See you next week.